How long will it take to monetize my small YouTube channel? What tip did I learn about making videos? What did I learn about the business of YouTube? These are the 3 things that we cover in this video series, and this is episode number 2. It's been an emotional roller coaster this week because I thought my videos would have done better. And frankly, I struggled over how I'm steering my channel. I did a lot of research trying to figure out what topics I thought you all would like to watch, and I'm second guessing how well I did. Maybe I don't really know how to pick a topic. I've had the imposter question that I think all new YouTubers deal with. Who am I to be teaching anything here? What do I know? Typical struggle. And then of course the struggle is, as I see how much work each video is and what the results are, it's a discouraging mismatch sometimes. I just thought that if you're doing this too, then maybe it would help if I said the painful part out loud. Most of the time I just encouraged myself, reminding myself to trust the process, just like I taught in a video that I put up earlier this week called 7 Hard Lessons I Learned After Trying Something New. And I'll put a card up, I think right here, if you're interested in watching that. I reminded myself that YouTube is a long game, and I did learn new skills. I did see some growth, so that's actually 2 wins, nothing discouraging there. So let's look at the stats. Let's go to YouTube Studio back in the office and have a look. When I type in YouTube, it comes up with my channel as if I'm viewing it. And then in the right corner here, I've learned to come down to YouTube Studio and jump right in. Otherwise, I get distracted and sucked into something cool that was there on my screen. Here is the dashboard. That's the default when you first log in. And you can see here 412 subscribers, 2.2 thousand views, 91.1 hours, and these are for the last 28 days. And then I come down to the earned button here, scroll down, and I see they're giving me credit for 412 subscribers and 1,741 watch hours. So jumping over here to this little chart I made, you can see that since I showed you data last, which was about 2 weeks in between data sets, I've got 6 more subscribers, which I'm excited about. A few fewer views over the last 365 days, a few fewer views in the last 28 days, and the number of hours is up in the last 28 days. Now, 3 of these subscribers came from the last 2 videos last week, and 3 came from older videos. I think the watch hours and the views are down in these 2 columns because of that 36-day gap I had. It was an unintentional break, but I was trying to figure out how do I reverse my process, like I was sharing with you last week, on how to produce a video, to start with the title and work my way toward the video instead of just documenting what I do and then kind of figure the title out on the end. And if you're interested in watching that video, put a card to it right here and link to it at the end of the video, and you can learn with me on that lesson. This week I wanted to show you the new number that I've started paying more attention to is, go back to the dashboard here, and you see how it puts my last video right here, and then it gives you this ranking by views, 8 of 10. Well, this is kind of cool. It lets you see your 10 most recent videos, where your last video fell in the total number of views at this moment. At 2 days and 15 hours, this video is number 8 out of my last 10. It's just not too terribly good, but I'm glad it landed on the top 10. And then on the mobile, when you go down here, you can actually click on your next most recent video, and it will also show you where it was in the last 10. So good news all around. Now for the editing tip that can save you hours in editing. Seriously, are you ready? Write this one down. It's gonna sound boring, but follow a specific order for your editing tasks. I've spent over 20 hours this week watching YouTube videos since our last episode. The ones that made the biggest difference for me was Edit Pro YouTube videos in CapCut in-depth tutorial. It's by content creators, and they teach this 10-step workflow for CapCut, and I'm going to summarize it here for you best I can, and I'm hoping it'll give you a boost. I used to get frustrated with how long some tasks took in editing, but this video showed me that doing certain things earlier in the process saves a ton of time. Now, last week I mentioned CapCut's transcribe tool to remove pauses. It's a great tip,
But if you do it too early, right after organizing your clips on the line, big mistake. The tool works really well, but it cut my video into dozens of tiny little clips, which made the rest of editing drag on and on and on. What I learned from content creators is to first adjust color, audio, then transcribe each of your big clips before using the removal tool. This saves so much time. Now my process is to organize my clips on the timeline, adjust the volume, get a transcript, don't remove anything yet, tweak the color, which I wasn't doing that at all, and then remove the pauses, filler words, bloopers, because that way you don't end up with a whole bunch of tiny little clips. And then finally I learned to put my B-roll in at the very end. That's effects, music, sound, transitions. Saving those for the very end is a game changer. Now, here's the tip for building your YouTube channel. Read the script out loud to someone else. Now, this might sound like an editing process, and in a way it is, but more importantly, it helps you fine-tune the message you're trying to convey. Share it with somebody who understands your channel's goals and can give you feedback. Ask yourself, who is this video for? Did I communicate what I intended for them to learn or experience? Whether you're trying to help them be a better beekeeper, grow a business, be entertained, improve their marriage, did I say it clearly and concisely? Will they find value in my video? For example, the script that my wife and writer friends helped me with this past week that I posted last Thursday that I mentioned earlier, 7 Hard Lessons I Learned After Trying Something New, I reworked that after their suggestions so that I made sure it really delivered quick, punchy value to you. If you want to watch it and you missed the card, I'll put it in one of these 2 corners. And if you want to watch episode number 1 in this series of How Long to Monetize, it will be in the other corner. I'd appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, check out another video, because when you do those things, you tell YouTube that others will enjoy this content too.